Today for Primetime Local News, we are speaking on the Lloydminster Youth Art Show, and joining us is Holly Durwa, the collections coordinator. So thank you so much for taking the time to speak with us.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
Of course, we're glad to be able to have you on here. So I wanted to kind of start off with everybody that may not be aware exactly what the Lloydminster Youth Art Show is all about, but can we kind of get a little backstory of what this is and what's all involved?
Sure. So we've been running the show for a couple years now. It's pretty much a celebration of Lloydminster's artistic youth and some of their projects over the past couple years. Mainly due to the pandemic. I know everyone's been stuck at home lately, so there's probably been a lot of art hanging around in houses and stuff. So yeah, just anybody from 3 to 18.
And so now it's officially being brought back now after kind of being on hold through the pandemic.
It's being brought back. We didn't manage to host it during the pandemic, unfortunately. It wasn't something that we were able to move online. So it's been a few years since we've hosted it, but hopefully it's going to be back in full swing coming up shortly.
And before it was put on hold, through COVID-19, how was support in the past, in previous years with this art show?
In previous years, it's been really strong, especially we've luckily got a lot of submissions coming from schools and teachers and that kind of thing, kind of bringing us some of their highlights from their classes year. So hopefully we'll be getting some of that. And then there's also been the individual submissions as well. So parents bringing in some of their kids' stuff or older kids that can bring in their own items. So yeah.
And you were saying that this art show has been a thing for a few years now. Do you know exactly how the idea started to get this art show a thing here in the border city?
A couple of years ago, I believe had an opening in our exhibition run, and one of our staff members noticed that opening coincided with National Youth Arts Week, which is at the beginning of May. So we developed this show and it's been running ever since. So it runs for about a month. So we extend it longer than the Youth Arts Week, just because it takes us a bit to put it up most of the time. So.
Well, it's definitely interesting that there is a show for youth out there that can really show off their skills and all their artwork and all that too. So I think that's really great to see. How did it feel knowing that you can finally bring it back now after this pandemic?
It feels good. It was one of our most successful shows in the past. So I'd really love to see a whole pile of submissions come in. It's also just really nice because we don't judge the art. So it's free. We don't make comments on your skill level, where you are, what your age is, doesn't matter. I put it all up on the wall.
And so you're saying there's been quite a lot of submissions so far since now it's back?
We're getting there. Last Minute Lloyd is a traditional place, so hopefully it picks up in the past few days. So I've got submissions open until end of day Saturday, and we are open on Good Friday. So.
And lastly, I just wanted to ask if we could expand on how people can submit their artwork in case they aren't really fully aware of how they can do this for the art show and find more information about this online.
So to submit your artwork, we make it real easy. You just need to come down to the center pretty much and have your art ready to be hung. So if it's something that's framed or on a canvas, have a wire or whatever on the back so I can put it on a nail. If it's something that's honestly just a piece of construction paper, because I will get a lot of those, because that's what a lot of kids are doing their art on these days, that's fine. I can totally just put that up with sticky tack. So bring that on down to the center, have your kid give the piece a title. I've had everything from fancy titles to things entitled Bob the Duck. So that's all good. Yeah, bring it down. We'll get you to fill out a little kind of contact information form, and that's about it. And if you want, you can reach out via Facebook or our phone number here at the center, and we can answer any questions.
Perfect. Well, once again, thank you so much for joining us today, Holly. I'm glad we could get the word out and be able to speak about anybody that may not have known that the submission deadline was coming up here.
Yeah, for sure. We're open 10 to 6, so come on down.